Yeah, 2:30 on the dot, just as promised, just as forecasted. It's an even day. We going live. We living and thriving. If you don't know by now, my name is NOS or Nos Nero or Matt or Matthew. Those are the few of the names that I will respond to positively if you say them out loud and I'm in your vicinity. But yeah, man, we go live every couple of days and we just kick it. We do Q&As, casual Japanese, one of my favorite things, good news, sometimes if we get to it. But mostly it's just a back and forth conversation between me and the fam. Happy to have you with me. Stay tuned. Who knows what's going to happen? Who knows where we going with this one? Gina, what's good? Welcome to the chat. Good to see you, family. Are you a subscriber? I don't recognize your username. But welcome, either way. Hope you're having a good day. I'm in my house. Where are you at? Oh, are you just catching up to the channel? Maybe you haven't been here in a while. What's the last video of mine that you saw? Out of curiosity. Yeah, so in addition to the Q&A, let's go ahead and start off with a quality casual Japanese phrase. Smart savvy was good. Bendición, as they say. Okay, so it's been a while. Do you remember the last video of mine that you saw, Gina, and what it was about? Maybe that's why you're asking me where I'm at, because you don't know all of the moves that have happened over the past, what was it, May and September? That's 4 months. You got 4 months of catching up to do, maybe, potentially, since this environment looks different than what it usually does. Mariana, what's good? How you doing? I'm happy you made it too. It made my day. I'm happy to see that there's always people like, man, I really gotta get in there, and sometimes they just can't, but when they do, they're usually happy about it. So that makes me happy. Where are you? It's 4 a.m. If it's 2:30 here and it's 4 a.m. there, that means you're on the other side of the planet. You're like Madrid or something. Gina says, I was working out at the farmhouse. If I was working out at the farmhouse, yeah, you got about 4 months of catching up to do, my sweet. But if you saw that, then you're familiar with my now ex-partner. That might be where you know me from. So yeah, if you can extrapolate from that information, there's stuff going on. But I'm still working out. That part hasn't changed. Won't let you down. Asked if there's any Rugrats. Not here, unfortunately. 12:34 in Denver, Colorado. That's what it is. Good to see you, Kaiser. I was just talking about Kevin Spacey in my last one. We was talking about K-Pax. Yes, thank you for that. Smart Savvy, reminding the people to share and subscribe. Hell yeah. I was looking at it earlier, my subscriber list, to see if anybody new had subscribed in the month of September, and they haven't. The last subscriber I got was the 25th of August, something like that. So at least they're still, you know, they coming in. There's people who haven't been here in a while, such as what was her name, Gina. So she's just catching up. YouTube is still getting the news out. I feel like since I'm being consistent, every couple of days there's people who are seeing me who don't normally see me. I myself follow a bunch of people, subscribe to a bunch of people on YouTube, so I don't always see everybody's stuff. Usually when I go on YouTube, I'm on YouTube and I already know what I want to watch. Like I go to YouTube with something in mind that I want to watch and I go straight to it. I don't really look for the new things that people that I actually subscribe to are putting out. It just so happens sometimes on it's like a secondary type of thing where if like I'm hanging out on YouTube for whatever reason, or like after I watch a video that I wanted to watch, I'll go through and look like, oh, what these are the new videos that people I subscribe to are putting out. But nine out of 10 times, I'm only on YouTube to like I have a direction and I'm trying to go there. Nina, what's good? Welcome, welcome. I'm Brazilian, but I live in Paris. Wow, it's not 4 a.m. here, but sometimes when you do lives, nighttime here. Okay, so I'm gonna try to, for you, Mariana, I'm gonna try to do something on a late tip one day. Maybe like, that's a 10-hour difference. So if I pop up at like 10 p.m., does that mean it's 8 a.m. there? Yeah, I think so. My math ain't mathing right now, but I think like 10 p.m. my time is like 8 a.m. Paris time. And therefore, we'll see what happens. We'll see if those go crazy. A lot of times when I do something new on here, like go live really late or go live on a weekend, Saturday or whatever, sometimes they go crazy. So I'm interested in seeing what happens. I know I have a lot of people. I get views in Brazil, South Africa, and occasionally Paris. That's what's up, Gina. Thank you for rocking with me for all this time. Yeah, girl, there's a lot of news. A lot of news. And I'm an open book, so whatever questions you have, I'd love to answer them. This is pretty much mostly a Q&A. So if you have les questions, I have les answers. That's my fake French right there. Louise and Cenas, what's good? How you doing? Faith, what up? Faith, good to see you. Always good when you make the lives. Hopefully you get to rock with me for a little bit today. All right, Luis, you out, you in and out. Noxie, what's up? Oh yeah, it's always love. Hey, gamer. Kaiser Sose, I just subscribed because my birthday was August 25th. Okay, look at that synchronicity right there. Yeah, we doing it. That's what we do. Coincidence is God's way of staying anonymous. That's what I always say. So appreciate the sub, Kaiser. I hope you stay rocking with me. I do these vlogs every couple of days. But definitely do the vlog thing too. It's just vlogs are kind of slow right now because I got a lot going on. I'm juggling a lot. Oh, what happened with this? Smart, savvy, good looking. Appreciate you, family. You always coming through for me. You want to hold an aux cord? I got the music playing very low in the back right now. I got the oldies going. But if you want to listen to something, the aux cord is yours. I've just handed it off to you. Chechnya, Chechnya! Wow, what's up? I don't even really know where that's at. I know that's in Europe somewhere, but close to Russia, Russia is my only guess. Is it a state in Russia? But definitely shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to you, Shadow Fight. Making it in a random dude's live. Okay, you really want me to know that you're from Chechnya. That's what's up. I'm happy. I'm happy that you're here, fam. Yes, Mariana. Thank you for appreciating the lives and the vibes and the lives. We try to keep them high. We try to keep them joyful, peaceful, above all things. Boss Nation was good. What up? How you? Tell me what it's looking like. Smart Sav, you want to listen to some Mary Jane girls? Say less. I got you, familia. Oh, that's actually what I'm listening to right now. That all night long. Gina said, what happened to your relationship? I wanted that to work out, but I get it. Yo, we all wanted it to work out. Every single last one of us was rooting for the long haul, for the third time to be the charm. But God had other plans, and here we are. I don't have much to say about it, you know. Like, I'm an open book. I answer questions and all of that, but you know, I gotta tread lightly, you know. That's my peoples right there. That's the mothers of my children's. So gotta keep it cordial for today and future endeavors. You already know. But the girls are good, man. The girls are getting older. The way time flies when you have children is mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling, fam. My youngest baby, she's a year and a half. She got almost all her teeth. The world is hers. And it's so crazy to watch a fresh baby, come right out the portal and just, like, you know, go through the whole shebang. The crawling, the walking, the jib jabber, the trying to replicate speech and cadence, the teeth coming out, just the overall difference in their personalities, you know, between Aura and Lumi it's life, man. It's love. Me, myself, I'm getting older. I got grays popping out every day. Boop. You know? But I feel good. Taking care of myself. Happy Feet was good. Happy you made it. As always, love. You're a crucial part of the community, so these ain't the same when you're not here. Mariana asks, I'd love to hear more about your parenthood journey. We usually get the content mostly from the POV of women. I love that your channel talks about the dad's experience. So the parenthood journey for me, I mean, it's like reparenting myself, if I could put it all in a nutshell. Like, I feel like my children are my reincarnations in a very real sense of the word. Like, it's me being reborn. So everything that shouldn't have happened to me, I want to make sure that it doesn't happen to them. Everything that should happen for them, I want to make sure that it happens, you know? So it's like a new path in life, as opposed to you not being a parent. If I wasn't a parent, God knows, only God knows what I would be doing, what I would be up to, where I would be in the world. But parenthood definitely puts you on a whole nother timeline. It, like I said, helps you re-raise yourself not only in the sense that you're raising other beings, but you are constantly going within and doing inner work with your own personal inner child, I want to say. You know, like just the way we react is probably one of the biggest things that I'm often confronted with. And just really analyzing the way I respond to things instead of reacting. And also knowing that every word, every action, every habit that I hold within myself is something that my daughters are picking up on, and it's something that they're gonna not only pick up on for me, but it's something that they will reenact. It will become a part of their character. So it's really like an artist approaching a blank canvas, if you will, and like being real particular about the colors that they use and the width of the paintbrush, the heaviness of the hand, the consistency of meeting yourself at the canvas. So that's parenthood for me in a nutshell. I'm happy that you take interest in seeing it from a father's perspective. I said a long time ago that I didn't want my channel to be so centered around my children, but my children are such a big part of my life that ended up happening continuously anyway. And since I don't live with them, unfortunately, you don't see them as much on my YouTube channel, but they will make appearances every now and then. Like, I have a vlog in the works right now. It's like a quarter of the way done. And it's really all about, well, it's mostly about me, but definitely me going to see Aura for her first day in kindergarten. That's like the main thing of the video, but it's a lot more than that too. Like, but yeah, like I said, I appreciate you for being here. For me too, for me. I was just journaling about that earlier, how again I feel like asking myself why I lost so many subscribers in the past 2 months. I lost something like 150 subscribers, almost 200 in the past couple of months, which is wild. Never happens. And it only started happening when I started going live consistently. So I was like, what is the correlation between those two things? But the conclusion that I've drawn for myself, not necessarily knowing if it's true or not, but what I've told myself is that me being consistent is YouTube consistently showing my channel to people who have subscribed over the 4 years that I've been doing YouTube. And now they're seeing that, oh, it's just him. We're not going to get those secondary perspectives into my ex-partner's life. So they probably weren't here for just me. They were here for that. And I'm grateful for that, for this opportunity for people to really get to know me and make a conscious decision to be here for me and what I bring to the table, as opposed to, like a behind the scenes look at my ex-partner's life and her life and her travels and her journey, if you know what I mean. Happy, you driving to listen to the live? What you driving, Happy? I know you're not driving the bus today. You driving that Benzo? Somebody else said that I look like Felix from Stray Kids in a live a few days ago, and I didn't know who that was. I don't know what Stray Kids is. I don't know what Felix is, but what Google said, Felix is that's like a K-pop band, a Korean boy band or whatever. Do I look really like a Korean? And first of all, Felix, if I got the right person, Felix is one of the most feminine looking men that I've ever seen. Very handsome dude. So I'll take that as a compliment, is what I mean to say. I appreciate it. I'll take that all day. Yo, ball or die. You're having fun right now, family. I love it though. Come here and have fun all the time. Every couple of days I do these. We need lighthearted things that I wouldn't really necessarily say out loud. Hello, Quaddy and David. Ducky's art. That's cool how you have your handle has like a different font than everybody. I noticed you, Ducky's art. I noticed you. I could. It's hard not to see your font is completely different than what I'm used to. Bishop, what up, Bishop? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Dad gang. Hashtag the dad life. Hashtag the daughter dads. It's a very rare. I don't, maybe not so rare, but definitely like we're our own community. So welcome, family. Yeah, man. I like this saying that I heard a long time ago. I think Nas said it. Nas says that when men have daughters, or let's just say in it you have a couple in a relationship and they have a child. If the child is a boy, that means that the woman broke more hearts than the man did. And if they have a girl child, the man broke more hearts than the woman did. So he says something like, God gives girls, daughters to the foulest players or something like, I forget how the line goes. But I say all that to say that maybe you was a heartbreaker, Bishop. Maybe you broke some hearts or we both broke some hearts and God was like, oh, you want to break girls' hearts? Here's a daughter. It's a wild thought. It's a wild thought that I think of a lot. What, Tomas? Let me ask you one thing, Tomas says. If Buddha ever did something wrong, he goes like, oh, Buddha, woulda, coulda. That's funny. That's a good one, fam. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Always love the jokes. I'm all about the jokes. Because they're more focused on the time because of their milestones. Yeah, Faith, facts. That's a fact. Plus, every day is just you have your days are so filled. I think that's another reason what makes time speed up for you is like when you have children, you could literally spend the entire day not like really thinking about yourself. You just be the whole day like running after them and trying to figure out what they thinking, what they want to do, what they want to be, what they want to have. And then before you know it, it's bedtime, and you like, yo, somebody tell this baby to go to sleep. And then next thing you know, as soon as they fall asleep, you like, oh, I'm gonna stay up and have some me time. But you be so tired, you go to fuck to bed. And then you do a whole week like that. Then you do a whole month. A month turns into a year. Then next thing you know, they're in college, and you like, what happened? You just got here. So yeah, time that I mean, also scientifically, time is speeding up on Earth. What was the reasoning why? Something about the tilt and the wow, I can't even think of like the magnetic core of the Earth and the way it's rotating or reversing is making the Earth spin faster, but like, you know, milliseconds, but still, nonetheless, faster. Mariana asks, what are the things your parents did that you absolutely want to pass down and the things that you definitely don't want to do with your children? Great question, Mariana. Great question. For things that I don't want to happen, that happened to me, is physical violence. That will never, ever, ever happen to my children. And I've already accepted that I may be not ruining them, but like their manners and behaviorisms or like overall respect for elders will be something new to me because my mannerisms, behaviors, and respect for elders was derived from fear of violence. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but I do know that they will never be hit. And if anybody ever lays a hand on my child, there's gonna be a big fucking problem, a big one, because I don't want her to be scared of other humans. I mean, cautious but not fearful. It's two very different things. So that's number one that comes right off the top of my brain. Another thing is neglect. Overall neglect. My children will never be neglected or feel neglected or feel like I'm putting something over them. That's something that happened to me a lot in my lifetime. I love my dad to death, but even he'll tell you, like, my dad had no problem leaving me alone for a day or two, pretty much by myself in a house as a 4 or 5-year-old. So that's never gonna happen. I'm sure V is right. You know, she's right there with me. She would never let that happen. So, and she's also on board with the no corporal punishment. We both agreed on that, and I don't think that that's ever gonna happen. I think those are the two main things is that I don't ever want to happen to them, that are not going to be passed down. That generational chain is definitely broken with us. Another thing I would say also is finance. Like, I'm doing my best to pass down generational wealth, so my girls will only have to labor physically if they choose to, but not because they ever feel like they have to. Like, I had to pay bills starting at 13 years old. This is when an electricity bill was slapped down on the table and was like, you need to contribute. I was like, okay, I don't want that to be the case for them. I literally want trust fund babies, but like humble trust fund babies. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want them to be snotty or feel overly privileged, but I also want them to know that they don't, all they have to do is continue growing the wealth, and I will teach them on how to grow the wealth without actually having to work themselves. Like, hire somebody. You want to start a business? Come up with the idea, formulate it, get the funding, start it, you know, do it for like 6 months to a year, and then hire people to do the shit that you want to be done. Sell the business, exit, do it over and over again, maybe multiple times at once. You have money in the market, you have money in a trust fund. So, like, 3 things for you right there, Mariana, that will be different. And things that I will pass down in a positive sense is, well, I would like to pass down is just knowing that I mean, I can't really, it wasn't until I was maybe like 15 or 16 where I was positive that my dad had me. I'm sure that my mom has always had me, like, been taking care of me, but unfortunately she made her transition when I was 3. So she's been taking care of me from the esoteric, the etheric realm, if you will. But I wasn't always sure that my dad was gonna be there for me until I was like 15. And even then, it took a while for me to be like, really be like, oh yeah, my pops got me. And today, as a 39-year-old, I know my dad got me. So that's one thing that I want to pass down, and I never want them to question that. I want them to always know that their mom and their dad is gonna take care of them regardless, through thick and thin, never abandon them, you know what I mean? Capiche? What else would I like to pass down? I would love to pass down the love of food too. Like, in my family, food has always been a big thing. We used to be one of them families who got together once or twice a week to have like a big cookout. And I really got introduced to a lot of different foods that way, because different family comes with different dishes, and then they want you to taste it. They want to see your reaction. Right now, Aura is not really on that path. Right now, Aura doesn't want nothing to do with no vegetables. She's only good on like 3 or 4 fruits. So that's something that I want to pass down, because I've always been good with vegetables. My dad's trick was putting cheese on broccoli, and once I got a taste of that, I was like, okay, vegetables might not be that bad. So whatever I gotta do to pass down the love of vegetables towards my daughters, Lumi's already good. Lumi will eat anything. But Aura's, she's not so good with that. She's very picky with the eating. And I'm sure it's just a phase, like over time she'll get better. You know what I mean? Another thing I want to pass down is the love of music. My family is very music oriented. Um, and Aura's already got that. Like it's in her DNA, in her cellular being. She's already very much about the music. She's always singing her little melodies. And she actually really has a nice voice. So that's what I hope to pass down. I hope that answers your question. Thank you for asking. Judson, what's good? My child is asking something you never herbivore asked. Do I have a katana? Because I saw you with the sword. Yes, I do have a katana. It's in storage right now. Um, so I can't do a sword swing or strike for you in this live. But once I'm so looking forward to getting my own place. And once I do, and once I do have my own place, I will definitely bring out the katana every time I see you, something you never heard before, because that is a great handle that you have right there, and I won't forget it. So definitely hope to see you on a live in the future. Just remind me to pull out the katana, and I'll be more than happy to show it to you. It's a really nice replica that I have too. It needs to be sharpened though, so it's not gonna really cut anything, but it looks really cool. Bishop, you already know, man. What better thing to talk about than our daughters? Like, you already know. I can't. It's not even something you can really describe in language. Like, a dad's love for his daughter. It's untouchable. It's untouchable. It's incomprehensible. So yeah, the best thing in the world. Like, even if I had a son, I'm sure it would be just as dope. But there is something special about the dynamic between a daughter and a dad, yo. It's like extra protective. I don't know for sure. I feel like if I had a son, I would be like, yo, you got this. I would have so much confidence in my son to do dangerous things. But with my daughter, I still have confidence in her to go ahead and try whatever it is she wants to try, but very much a helicopter, very much right there about to catch her. I don't want any blemishes on her face or nothing like that. I don't want to, you know what I mean? But I'm being hypothetical when I say drawing differences between a daughter and a son. But I do innately feel something special between our connection. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, that's a fact. Thank you again, Mariana. I've been consistent with these lives for I want to say like a month or two now. The vlogs were consistent since like March, I want to say. I was putting out one or two a month, but they've slowed down because let me tell you why the vlogs have slowed down. Number one was the book. The book needed to be written, and that ate into time that I would normally just be focusing on vlogs and trying to create that. So the book needed to be written. It has been written, and it has been. I'm also doing like a voiceover type of thing. So like when you're reading the book, you can scan a QR code and it'll take you to a voiceover, and I'll read the chapter to you. All of that audio has been recorded. It's all been edited except for like 2 or 3 chapters. And then there's publishing that I need to figure out. There's a bunch of different ways to publish. I want to go the self-publishing route, but also want to make sure that I dot my I's and cross my T's with like the copyright, the trademark, the ISBN number, and just figuring out where to publish. I feel like I could just publish on Amazon, but I want 100% of my royalties, so that's been a snag in like the streamlining from the book from my brain into a physical electronic digital product out into the world. Like I really need to make sure I get my publishing right so I can make sure that the book does what I want it to do. I want it to be a primary source of income for myself. So that's that. Every publisher that I've talked to so far requires money up front. I don't know why I wasn't anticipating that for some reason. I thought that something like I would just submit my manuscript to a publisher and they would be like, "Yo, this is good. Here's some money. Here's like some advance money. We're gonna publish it for you, and we'll work. Do the detail." That's how I thought it was gonna go, in my noobness, my in my newborn babe mentality of the publishing world. So it's not like that, and so that slowed me down. And then I mean, I'm gonna just keep it all the way a buck and transparent because I really don't care. I'm not scared of nobody, but like money is a big thing at the same time. As you can imagine, I'm 5 hours away from my daughters, so every time I want to go see them, I have to rent a car. I gotta get a hotel or an Airbnb. That usually costs about $1,000 a clip, and I want to see my daughters once a month. So finding a source of income vis-a-vis an employer doesn't really fit that model because an employer is not going to let me take 5-6 days off a month to go see my daughters. So it's been like trying to find remote work and or something that's like part-time but pays enough, and that's been a hurdle. I got a couple of things like on the table that I'm trying to see if they work out. Like I got an interview at this spot on Monday to bring in something, but an epiphany that I had was, two. One of them was 3 years ago, I did a technical boot camp for something called manual quality assurance, which is all remote work for the most part, and it pays really good. So I was like, let me see if I can wake that shit up, because I still have knowledge. I just turned on my LinkedIn the other day, and I'm getting a lot of recruitment emails, where 3 years ago when I just graduated, I wasn't getting any recruitment responses. But now it's like they're constantly pouring in. So I'm like, let me see if I can wake this shit up. Apparently, the boot camp that I took the classes in, they're not gonna allow me to refresh my knowledge through their school, which is trash. Careerist is trash. I don't recommend careerist.com to anybody. So if you want to do technical boot camp, stay far away from Careerist. But anyway, that was one thing that's not quite playing out the way I wanted to. The other thing was trading. I've always been an investor, but I've never actually actively traded. And I know that day trading or swing trading is kind of a thing, or leap trade. There's a whole bunch of different types of way to trade. But right now, day trading seems appealing because it's a good way to make money every single day. But that takes money to get started. Like I'm looking at options right now, options trading or futures. And in order to make money, you have to buy contracts. And those contracts usually could be from anywhere from like $80 to like $300 for one contract. So I just got some investment capital, like me going around the family, like, yo, I've been paper trading for a while. I want to start really day trading. Could you invest in your boy? And people have responded positively for that. So this week coming up, from Monday to Friday, I'm probably going to go live with my first options trade. Let's hope, knock on wood, like I'm finally going to take a trade. Hopefully that shit go green. If it does, you might see me cry a little bit. But it's, even if I lose money on my first options trade, I'm going to keep doing it. But yeah, it's gonna be a dope experience to witness. So that's where I'm at right now in the journey. All of you guys are right now who are constantly in tune with me are seeing me get it out the mud, basically start life over from scratch. That was one of my videos, my vlogs a couple of months ago. Was like, what does it look like to start over as a 39-year-old man with children? It's a movie, to say the least. So shout out to us all for being in tune for that. That being said, if you are in the chat and you have a YouTube channel, please put your YouTube channel. And Vicky was good. Thank you for that. I finally see the sticker. Every time you do the stickers, I never get to see them, but I saw that when I caught it. Maybe sometimes I'll be looking off screen or whatever, so I don't catch them. But thank you, Mrs. Kroger. Appreciate that. Oh yeah, so I was saying, if you have a YouTube channel, like put it in the chat. Say, yo, this is my YouTube channel handle or whatever. Come show some love, and I will screenshot it and I will shout you out so we can, like, help each other, help each other, help each other. Because that's something I was thinking about yesterday. I was like, yo, I need to ask more people. I know not everybody doesn't have an interest in content creation, but if you do and you have an active YouTube channel and you want some, I will come show you love personally, but you never know who you're gonna see in the comments who is also willing to do that for you. Leanne, what's up? Jorvin, yo, we chilling. Mrs. Kroger already said what's up to you. Appreciate you as always. Jeff says, Jesus loves you all, and I agree. Oh yeah, I got the ramen shirt on that says, Itadakimasu. Ooh, Shay said, Jesus isn't real. Talk about it, Shay. So Mariana says, wait a minute, what is that XP thing? Like, if we comment enough, we can send money to him without spending our own? Can someone explain? Oh yeah, I don't know what that is. If I would take a guess, I know there's something new that YouTube rolled out just called Hype, which is like you can hype a channel, which helps it get out there into the YouTuberverse. But I'm not sure if that's free or not. Knowing YouTube, there's not much you can do on this without spending a little bit of something. You saw Mrs. Kroger give me that, I think it's called a super chat maybe, or a super gift, something like that. It's a comment sticker. I'm not sure 100%, but I think those are like a fraction of $1. Like maybe like 10 cents for one sticker or something like that. That's YouTube trying to compete with TikTok. You already know. Appreciate you, Mariana. Thank you for showing love. You're a real one. Ducky's already shouted you out. Thank you again for the gift, Mrs. Kroger. Oh, snap. We racking them up today. Mrs. Kroger trying to show y'all how to do it. She said, follow the lead, y'all. Follow the lead. Orla McCoy, what's up? What's up? What's up, Orla? I love your name, Orla. It sounds like my daughter's name, Orla. Fiat. Smart Savvy said, pole shift. Yes, ma'am. But Fee, yeah, I think I can answer your question. Yes, I am an ex of the person you mentioned. Have I changed so much? Can you really make that value judgment just by being here for a few minutes? I feel like I don't change much, but I also acknowledge that change is the only constant. And did you ever really know me to say that I changed in the first place? I mean, it's a big statement you're making right there. Not saying that I agree or disagree. I'm just saying that's a loaded statement. Happy you driving that old Impala. Oh, you got the old Impala? What year you got the Impala? I always wanted one of those. What was it, like the 98s? The wide body joints before they started making them look like cop cars? Like the little boxy cop cars when they looked like cabs? Them joints used to be fast. They came with the dual exhaust and all of that. I always wanted one of those. The Type S. Them cars is gangster. I hope you feel better as soon as possible, Happy. Always rooting for you. It's probably because you ran them nasty kids. I joke, of course, but I know it is a thing. Like when you go to school in the beginning of the school year, everybody just pass around their germs and everybody usually gets sick in September, October. But I definitely hope you feel better. I already know you know what to do. You got the nasal spray. You got the Vicks. I'm sure you got tea on deck at the crib. Take care of yourself. And I'll send a prayer up for you, as you already know. Tobias, what's good? Vicky said, I work 3 jobs before my kids need to take out a loan for school. Facts. I do everything possible so my kids never have to go see the U.S. government or Sally Mae or Fannie Mae or whatever the hell they call them. Go in stupid debt for, you know what I mean? For a piece of paper that don't really mean much like that no more. You know what I mean? I want Or to get a great education. Thank you, Mrs. Bloom, for that. Appreciate that. Okay, they figuring it out. Yeah, I want Or to get a higher education, but I also don't want her to think that that's gonna make or break her. I think our generation went to college and was like, if I don't go to college and graduate, I ain't gonna be shit. And a lot of times you see that play out in real life, but I don't think it's just because of college. Like one of the youngest, richest female billionaire right now dropped out of school. So did Bill Gates and all of that. You know what I mean? We already know Bill Gates' story, but I was just reading her story like 2 days ago. I forget her name. It was an Asian girl. She dropped out of college and started her own like AI company, and now she's a billionaire. So I do think what college can offer you as far as relationships, as far as like relationships or close proximity with a professor, or you know, just like the adults on a college campus who have life figured out more than your average 18, 19-year-old, that proximity is priceless. So it's very much worth it as far as that. But I am a little weary and apprehensive of like the schooling and then the degree and what monetary value your degree has. Because from what I've seen, even after you get like a bachelor's or a master's or something like that, as soon as you go get a job, they're going to be like, we want you to have a degree, but we also want you to have years of experience. So it's like, I just feel bad for people come right out of college, you know what I mean? But I didn't do it. So put a whole cup of salt in what I just said. And Mrs. Colger, I'm sure with your guidance, your daughters are going to be golden anyway. That's another big part of it. Like a lot of us went to college and our folks did not go to college. We were like first time college goers. So our parents didn't have the experience of going to college, graduating, and then entering into the job market or labor market, whatever you want to call it, and how to navigate all of that. But that's what it is, Mrs. Happy Feet, taking that zinc and magnesium. I heard kombucha is good for that too, for the immune system. The immune system is a product of the gut health, I suppose, from what I've learned in my travels. So definitely take care of your gut and eat some healthy foods on top of them vitamins and supplements. Yes, Fee, you can after this live, if you feel like it, you can go through my videos and try to catch up. There's programs to help people buy affordable homes in GA. I'll send the video I saw on IG. I think I know what you're talking about. I've been looking into that because you know the journey is going back up there to Columbus, Georgia. So if I have enough to buy a house, or if it's reasonable, I'll definitely buy a house. But I really feel like I'm gonna end up getting an apartment because I don't want to have house headaches. I don't want to deal with property management, plumbing, just overall upkeep of a house. I just want to move into a place and not think about it. If it has any problems, I'm going to the landlord and harassing them until they fix my shit. Mrs. Clayton was good. Good to see you, family. How's the back feeling? How's the fam? Sending you mad love and good vibes as always. The NACA. Okay, yo. Gabby was good. Let me catch up on these comments. Yo, I heard French Montana. French says French Montana. French. Yeah, it is French Montana. I was about to say Montana, but French Montana just got engaged or married to a Saudi princess or something like that. So shout out to him. I wish I had French's beard. He got the one of the nicest full beards in the world. Hey, Mrs. West, the family's doing good. Everybody's good. No complaints for the most part. I wish I could explain to you, Mariana. I don't know what the XP is. When I get off of this, actually, let me write that in the note. I have no idea what the XP is. But if I was like to guess, it's some type of a super chat or super gift or whatever they call them. Just tap it. I'm sure they're not like, just tap it and they'll probably explain it to you. They're not gonna go in your bank account as soon as you tap it. Unless you set it up already. I'm pretty sure most of us don't have our bank account connected to YouTube anyway. But what is XP in YouTube Lives? Alright, I got it written down, so we're gonna figure it out. Barroso Naboon says stock things are glorified gambling, stool tripping. I mean, if that's your belief, that's your reality. I'm not gonna talk you out of it. Velvet, what's good? I see you in a minute, fam. How are you? How you been? What's new? Did you start the strip club yet? Faith asked, "Are you going to move closer to your girls?" Yeah, I think I already answered that. But to answer you directly, the goal is to get back up there. My dad needs me down here, but my girls need me. My girls also need me, and my ideal situation is doing so good financially that I could go back and forth. I could be in my own apartment in Columbus by the river, be there for my girls when I can and need to, and then every 4 or 5 days come down here to Jacksonville, stay for 2 or 3 days, catch up with my pops, make sure everything is cool and copacetic with him, cool and crisp. And once everything is established, that's cool and crisp with my pops, I will go back, and that will be my life for like the next 5 or 6 years. And then in 5 or 6 years, money will be even more of a flowy concept, and we'll see where that goes. I have dreams, but I'm gonna keep those to myself for right now. My YouTube name is my name. It's about real estate. I already got you, Mrs. Colbert, but let me put this in here to go spam your channel a little bit later. Go spam. Yeah, it's been a minute. I haven't been to your channel in like a month, I want to say. Punchy, what's up? That question is mad random. Mary Chen, what's up? I see you going back and forth. We want to talk about if Jesus is real or not. We can start that conversation if y'all want to. We talk about it. We've talked about it a few times here. Velvet says you got an artist channel with like 2 videos. Say less. I'm gonna come spam you later. Everybody go visit Vicky Cover's and Velvet Stardust page when you can. Spam it with some thumbs up and some comments. Show them some love, y'all. Mark Edward, what's good? Oh, that's what's up. So Hype is free. You can choose 3 a week to boost your favorite channels. Thank you for clarifying that, Mrs. Clayton. You are a real one, as always. I look different? I don't think so, fam. If anything, I've been noticing, yo, you know what's crazy? Like when I wake up in the morning, this under eye gets puffy. That shit sent me spiraling 2 days ago. I went in the bathroom after waking up to brush my teeth, and I was brushing my teeth, and I like squinted a little bit, and I saw how puffy it was under this eye. Oh my god, son. Oh my god, I was spiraled because I was like, yo, I'm really getting old out here, fam. And the only reason why that happened to me is because I used to work for this company called ACMG. Um, that's the name of the parent company, but they sold a product called hydroxytone. I worked in the call center in Jersey City for like a year and a half. And their biggest product was an under eye cream to get rid of like the under eye bags. And I bullshit you not. I took 200 to 300 calls a day of older women complaining about their under eye bags. And this was at a time where I didn't know the first thing about under eye bags. I just knew like the product knowledge, the ingredients in the product, and like how it would help. They just had to use it consistently for like 8 weeks or some shit like that. And that's when they would start to see the change. So when I saw it in my eye, bam, I just had all of those thousands and thousands of complaints that I used to hear back in the day. This is like 20. This is like 2011. That's how young I was. So what's that? 14 years ago? Yeah, like that's like 14 years ago. Who would have thought 14 years later I experienced my first under eye bag and it would send me down an hours long, like constantly looking at it. Like, is that really real? Is that really happening? But it always goes away after a couple of hours. So I'm gonna just tell myself I gotta stay in motion, I gotta stay hydrated, and I need to pay attention even more to my nutrition. And I probably need to start investing in like supplements like collagen and shit like that. To make sure that my skin and my face stay youthful. So I don't like biologically age faster than my chronological age. Because I feel like at 39 years old, I shouldn't be having under eye problems. Watch, the whole rest of the day, I'm going to be looking at my joint like squinting it. And the fact that it only had, let me pause. I was about to say, the fact that it's only one eye, why not both? But I'll take one eye over both. Prayers going up for Happy Feet, you already know. Mrs. Clayton, thank you for moderating. Love you for that. Yes, you got it right, Mrs. Colger. College is for them to learn and grow, encourage them to figure out a business. Don't go work for any. I mean, you can go work for somebody else, but is that ever really the end goal? You know what I mean? I don't know if it is. But that being said, I've been watching Meta poach like data scientists and like high level people from OpenAI. And these people are getting like $3 billion signing bonuses to work for Meta. Okay? So I'm not gonna sit here and tell you never work for anybody. It's stupid to work for anybody. It's not. If you can get $3 million signing bonus, go for that, man. Get that education. But Mrs. Koga, your oldest daughter's a baller, right? She about to go to the WNBA. So I saw that. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that was you. Your daughter got handles and she got a jump shot. So WNBA is in her future, all the way. I see it. She got the hezzy. She remind me of me back in my day. Yo, your daughter probably crossed me out of my sneakers right now. Hey, Mariana, that's very real. Thank you for the transparency. Thank you for the real life anecdote. Everybody you see in the world ain't doing all that well. Matter of fact, from what I know from the statistics that I've read, is most people, more people than not, or effed up financially right now. So you don't gotta, you don't even gotta, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna hold you. Just you being here is dope enough, number one. The comments that you shared so far are dope, and also the hype goes a long way. So I appreciate it. Much love from my heart. The situation your kids' teachers have to handle these days, the salaries are. Oh, you're a teacher, Mariana. Wow. Wow. Yeah. It hurt. It breaks my heart every day that teachers don't make millions, especially public school teachers. It's insane to me. It's insane. I don't know if there's anywhere in the world where public school teachers make a healthy living, but it should be like legislated into law that public school teachers should have the highest paying salaries in society. They're literally in charge of our future. Like they are the caretakers of our future. But I digress on that. Oh, thankfully education here in my home country are free. We good state universities that are really good for free. Okay, that's what's up. That's how it should be. Kids are getting an associates in 4 years? Oh, you mean at the same time they graduate high school, they'll also graduate with an associate's degree. Yes, I've heard of that, and that is the route to go. Because I heard of accelerated associate plans, if they, or courses that you can take after graduating high school, and you can get your associates in like 12 months now. But they making people chalk up stupid money for that. Okay, come in here, Mrs. Clayton, with that Scobie knowledge. We need it. Who was looking for? I was recommending it to Happy Feet earlier because she said she went and got some nasal spray and some Vicks. She said she was trying to boost her immune system. And from what I know is the immune system starts off as your gut health. Your gut health is what produces the immune system. And as far as I know, kombucha improves your gut health exponentially. So that's why I was suggesting that. Forgetting that you and I were just talking about kombucha the other day. You were talking about how you went to the apple orchard and you pressed some apples into some apple kombucha. So y'all should link up on that. Matter of fact, Mrs. Clayton, sell some kombucha. You know what I mean? Start that off. Start that off. I mean, kombucha is probably a hard thing to ship because you got to keep it refrigerated. So I mean, that's gonna be a hurdle. But there's ways around it. I've seen it. Yeah, Mariana. If you're in the States, it's terrible. Um, there's really no middle class. Pause. There is a middle class, but to me, what the middle class is, they're like ex upper classers. Like you've either fallen from the upper class into the middle class, and you still have millions. But it's before I get into that whole economic thing, I just want to say that yes, most people in America are not doing well financially. They're trying to, but the cost of living here is ridiculous, especially since the year 2000. Like the way the price of eggs and bread and just regular shit shot up quadruple, and yet wages and salaries have not reflected that. It's a dire situation. So I mean, it sucks, but if there's anything I know about America is if you can survive and basically live off the bare minimum, there's always opportunity to explode your net worth by making a couple of good decisions or a few good decisions and being consistent for sure. And then once you get up there and you make like I would say like 200,000 a year right now is like the minimum anybody should be making. If anybody, and a lot of us are making a lot less than $200,000 a year. So we're just surviving. But once you make that and you're around that area, if you learn how to invest, possibly even trade, you'll be all right. Love Song Desmond got a show tonight. Okay, plug that. Tell us where he at. I forget where you're at, Mrs. Clayton. You said you're in Texas? Or are you in Chicago? I forget. But definitely plug your son's show so if anybody's in your area, they can go check him out. I would go. And I haven't stepped out. I haven't stepped out once. Not once since I've been down here have I gone anywhere. I'm in my house all day working, improving, getting better. If I do step out, I go to the little park up the block, about a mile away from here, and I work out and I come back. I take my shower and I get right back to it. But for Love Song Desmond, I would go in my bank account and pay that cover fee and be in the crowd. You know what I mean? If they let me take my shirt off, I'll take the shirt off and whip it around for him like I'm like his biggest fan. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be there in spirit. Velvet Stardust. No strip club yet, but probably make the one in the Sims now. Okay. Okay, you on the Sims? That's what's up. The channel is Indie Stardust. Wow, am I really far behind in the comments like that? Keegan Dolby. All right, Keegan, I'm gonna check you out. Let me write that down. Keegan Dolby. Dolby. Do you have anything to do with Dolby Surround Sound? Do I like Superman? Do I want to be a superhero? I do like Superman. I would love to be a superhero for my daughters for sure. I think about this shit every day. The day that I hear Aura say, "You're the best dad. You're the best dad ever." That's like tippy top of my bucket list. To hear my daughter say, "I'm the best dad ever." Cause I was watching some Instagram reel, I think, and I saw this dad have his daughter tell him that he was the best dad ever, and I was like, that's it right there. That's all I want. Oh, your daughter's major is computer science, okay. She tall but not a baller. Okay, so whose daughter was I watching? She was like going to I gotta figure out who that was. But yeah, she was like taking her daughter to like the camps and all of that, the combines, and her daughter was putting in work. So wow, you got a daughter in computer science and a son as who's going to be an electrical engineer. Now that's fire right there. I used to date this girl named Yami back in the day. Her dad was an electrical engineer, and my man charged like something crazy, like $900 an hour. And I was like, I should have been an electrician. Or an electrical engineer, actually. Oh, y'all can hear this? Y'all can hear the music? That's what's up. I got it super low. Winston Churchill, yo, y'all be coming up with the funniest shit and then coming in people's lives. God bless Trump and Great Britain. Yeah, you said it, Mariana. Not having a universal health system. Don't get me started. Shit is ass backwards in the world, especially in America. Wow. Mrs. Colger says if your household makes anything between 30 and 200K, depending on size and location, you're statistically in the middle class. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Because I remember. Oh, okay. Well, I guess we were making 200K in gross sales, and we were barely getting by. Scraping. So, and we didn't have a big house, you know what I mean? We got 2 babies, but to just be getting by on $200,000 off of sales from one source, that let me know. I was like, yo, America's in trouble because $200,000 10 years ago to me was rich. You was upper class. But we'll get there. We'll get there. But the stark difference between 300 and 200K, jeez, that's a big spread right there. That's a huge spread. I think if anybody's making 30K, you definitely got to be living in like Wisconsin or something to be able to survive. If you make 30K in New York, you're probably living in a cardboard box or like government subsidized housing or something like that. And you struggling to pay bills every month. 30? Whew. Oh, Mrs. Clayton, you're in Alaska. Let me write that down. I need to, cause you know what I mean. We pretty much like cousins at this point. I should know everything that you ever told me about yourself. Mrs. Clayton is in Alaska. What's up, Lemon? What's up, Julian? That's what I identify as middle class, is having financial security, meaning you can pay your bills and save. That's the definition of financial security to me, is being able to pay your bills and save. You know what I mean? And bills also incur like opportunities for the kids, like, you know, extracurricular activities and stuff like that that they need to do, little parties or whatever. Like, ain't nothing. I do not scoff at the middle class whatsoever. It's the underclass. I still don't scoff at them. I don't think of them as less than anything other than deserving of everything that everybody has. I feel bad for the underclass is what I want to say. Raja was good. Pinky, good to see you. I ain't seen you in a minute, Pinky. What you been up to? How you? Do I use Soul Glow? That might be the funniest thing I've heard today. My broker told me to aim for 250 a year to live in the DMV. Yeah. Yeah, I thought you was in the DMV, Mrs. Colger. You're in that area though, right? Mrs. Colger's in the DMV. Mrs. Clayton, I feel like Alaska is a different country. Somebody asked if my nose is plastic. Fam. Okay, we got some extra language speakers in here. So what's up? All right, we got the hour 15. I think I'm gonna give it like 15 more minutes. Pinky Hooks, you will not be working until you die. That is not the reality we are manifesting for you. All right, we gonna figure this shit out within the next 3 months of how we can get out of the 9 to 5 rat race. Because there are plenty of ways to do it. You just need a strategy. Not only a strategy, but a rules-based strategy. A rules-based strategy will get you out of that situation. Because it's going to get me out of abject poverty. That's where I'm at right now. Abject poverty. Facts. But ain't no shame. Ain't no shame. It's supposed to be this way because when I make it out and I'm doing well for myself, I will be able to show others how to get out. And they will look at my example that I set. And that is God's plan. Ashe. Yeah, we got this. Thank you for the heart, Mrs. Koger. Cuz, what up? My son asked if you like rice pudding. I'm making him some now and he's watching you with me. Aww. I love rice pudding. Olivia, what's your son's name again? But yeah, I love rice pudding, especially if it's got the, you know, the cinnamon in it. But I'm sure you know, I'm sure you got the flavor. I'm sure you got the recipe passed down to you. Hopefully you did. Cause you know, in our fam, there's not too much that we don't know how to make. So hopefully you got that good recipe going. I think it's cinnamon that really sets it off, if I'm not mistaken. But I would love to have some rice pudding with both of y'all right now. The aura in the room looks warm. Yeah, it's pretty dope. Pop Dukes is walking through the door from a long day. There he is. Hard-working man right there.
Tired hard.
But you was up 5:30 this morning?
Yes, sir. Thank God for small things.
You made it to another one.
Yes, sir.
You beat a donut.
Yeah.
Say what's up to the people.
Hello, people. How y'all doing? Love you, sir.
Love you too, Dad.
Ooh-wee.
You hungry?
What you got?
I could whip something up for you in the next 5-10 minutes.
Okay.
Say less. Thank you, thank you.
Then I got them for down.
Oh, you picking up receipts? I told my dad about this app called Fetch. There's an app called Fetch that you can download and you can take pictures of your receipts. And for every receipt that you take a picture of, it gives you 25 points. For every 13,000 points, which is
13,000 now?
It's 13 now. It was just last week. It was 12,000.
Mm-hmm. And before it was
Now it's 13. I mean, it used to be 10. So they just fucking us. But say all that to say, if you're interested and you got time on your hands, instead of making your receipts be worthless, you can take pictures of them on this app called Fetch. And every 13,000 points, you can get like a $10 Visa gift card or a $10 Visa debit card. There's a bunch of other rewards that you can get on there too. But that's the one that I always use. And if you want a boost, if you want like 3,000 points to start off, DM me somehow and I will send you my link or my code or whatever. And they will give me 2,000 points and give you 3,000 points just for using that. So DM me if you're interested in that. But I say all that to say, since I told my dad that, he literally like, he goes everywhere and he's like, yo, let me get the receipt. Because we turning that into money. I got you, cuz. Olivia, Julius is your son's name. I'm sad that I haven't met none of your kids yet. We're gonna change that though. We're gonna change that
Is
soon.
that Leonard's daughter?
Yep. She's
Wow,
in the
Olivia.
chat. Yep. Olivia, don't you live in like Virginia or something right now too?
Carolina.
Oh, in the Carolinas? Mariana says the most expensive here in FR is definitely electricity due to the war in Russia and also groceries. Thankfully, I'm Latina. I can make gold with rice and beans. Wow. A Latina living in France. Who would have thunk it? Are you speaking parlez-vous français? What up, electric lady? Nah, you ain't never lied, Mariana. You already know. Nettie, what's up? Always good to see you. Always good to see you, Nettie. Ah. I was sitting down in that chair for way too long. I'm gonna fix up Pop Duke something real quick.
You don't have to.
No, I got you. It only takes a minute.
Something later. I'll finish eating these nuts and this. Have something later.
I want to though.
What do you do?
Unless you really don't want
No.
food. Cause I got the quick fix. Make one of these Johns. Throw an egg in there.
Don't have to be a lot.
Nah, it's really just one serving.
I got wet 2 times.
You got wet. What happened?
I have to get out, and drop the pods and stuff. Raining.
Oh, it was raining. Oh, it didn't rain out here all day.
And I don't stop because it's raining.
Of course not. Cinnamon and vanilla, yup. That's the touch. Everybody said what up, Dad.
Did you talk to Mike?
Nah, I haven't.
Are you or you not?
No, I will.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I will.
So it would be nice to know what you got in and how that $2,000 was spent.
Alright. Nettie, what my dad does is he's a truck driver. He has a Class A license. So he works for this company called Pack Rat. And they do like these mobile storage boxes. And he, like, if you order one of the boxes, he's the driver that brings it to you. He gets out the truck. He takes like a little crane that they have on the truck, takes the box off the truck, puts it on your thing, on your property or whatever, and you put whatever you want in the box. I'm doing a whole Pack Rat commercial right now. You put your stuff in the box, and then they'll come and get it and store it for you. Almo, if you can, after the live is over, or right now, whatever you choose, you can go read the description in my my homepage on my channel. Aubrey, what's good? I favor Klay Thompson a lot. Well, I'm older than Klay Thompson, so he favors me. Alright? Nah, but I hear you. I'm just bullshitting. I'm bullshitting with you. Listen, man. Every mixed race light bright don't really gotta look like each other. Like, but I don't really know what Klay Thompson looks like. I've seen him a couple of times. I don't really watch TV like that no more, so I can't hold you. Look how dirty this pot is right now. Because I cooked earlier. Got one of these still little scrubby things. About to make it pop. Oh yeah, that came off nice and easy. Soaking dishes really works, man. I know that people be scoffing at it, but like, if you soak your dishes before you wash them, usually they clean up way faster. Don't want to leave the house today? Anyone else? I can't say that I don't want to leave the house. I just know that there ain't nothing out there for me. Everything out there is an expenditure, and I ain't got it. I ain't got it, fam. I stay home. I drink the water. I eat the food. I do the study. Until the day that I have enough. I feel like every time you step out your house, it's like a good $100. You gotta pay for gas. You gotta get a bevy. You gotta get at least a snack. At least a snack. And that's $100 right there. Gas is gonna be $40. The beverage is gonna be $16. And your snack is gonna be $17. Brand new. Olivia says, I'm about to move to Texas from Missouri. Oh, you're in Missouri. Golly. The show me state. I think that's the show me state. And I want to meet them too. I want to meet them too. But I thought she was closer. I thought she was on the East Coast at least. How you get all the way to Missouri from Rockland, girl? Jeez. You got. I can't wait to hear your story. United Healthcare app gives $25 for every 10K steps per week, I think. Wow. Now that's what I'm talking. See, I talk about that all the time. Matter of fact, I think about that exact thing. Why don't these healthcare companies pay their people for being healthy? If you can motivate your customers or clients or whatever you want to call them to be healthier, that would cost the insurance company less. So it only makes sense that they have incentives in place for people to go do 10K steps to get a new personal record on their deadlift or whatever. Like, but also thank you for sharing that, Pinky. I appreciate that. I don't have United Healthcare. I do have Am Better, and Am Better, they give you $500 just for like reading about like meditation and conscious breathing and stuff like that. So that's dope. So there's another commercial. I was doing a Pack Rat commercial 2 minutes ago. Now I'm doing an Am Better commercial. But shout out to you if you don't have medical insurance. I hope that you find a way to get some, because for some reason the idea in America is health insurance costs a lot. But if you really look into it, my health insurance costs me a penny a month. Now, when I go to the doctor, there's a copay, so I got to do the little copay thing. If I was to get a prescription filled, I got to pay full price for the prescription. They signed me up for some physical therapy for this piriformis syndrome that I'm struggling with right now. I haven't had time to go to the therapist, but I imagine they'll probably make me pay for that shit too. So, yeah, I just want y'all to know that don't think that medical insurance is so expensive that you can't get it. I think you can. You just gotta look into it. Even if you like, if they ask you how much you make a year, tell them I don't make nothing. I don't have nothing. I don't make anything. Even if you do, just lie. That's all right. Mariana, you speak French? Oh, okay. And you teaching them Espanol? But wait, don't they speak Portuguese in Brazil? Do you speak Portuguese as well? Pedro, send that $10. I got your shout out right here. Send that. Ooh, it burnt my finger. Oh, as long as you're covered by them, you get 25 just for downloading it. That's game right there. Y'all got Pack Rat out there too, right? Yeah, it's a big company. I'm about to make my dad some chicken fried rice. Paul, you're looking for a husband? Good luck, family. It's hard out here in the companion world, looking for companions. It should be so much easier, but it ain't for whatever reason. I think we make it hard because there's social media now. So whenever you go to social media is showing you the most perfect ideal relationship or partner that you could ever have in the world. And so that sets us up with these unrealistic expectations. You shouldn't go into a relationship with expectations, period. You really just gotta go into it as an observer, because you're always gonna be getting to know this person. Even if you're with somebody for years and years and years, you always meeting them for the first time, especially after like big events. So, but yeah, man, good luck to you. It is 4:04 and 30 seconds. I know I said I was going to end this live, but I'm going to let y'all rock with me until I finish cooking it. Come on, knife. Oh, we don't have no parent knives, man. Oh, here we go. Steak and bologna. Oh, T Money was good. What's steak and bologna? I know that sounds like a Latin dish. When I'm gonna make some ramen, I'm gonna make some ramen probably when the oven situation works out. Cause right now I don't have an oven. I got a stove top and no oven. Fresh garlic. Ooh, that smells so good. Nothing like when fresh garlic hits the pan, baby. So aromatic. Put some butter in there, crack an egg, and we lit. Y'all holding it down? I got a cake cam. Y'all be saying some wild shit. Don't never forget that bevy. When you go out, bevy is a prerequisite. That's like putting your sneakers on with no socks. You can't go outside. I mean, you could, but you don't wanna. That's like having French fries, no ketchup. You could, but it would be a lot cooler if you did. Ah, man. Where's the egg at? Oh, yeah. One thing about me that y'all probably don't know is whenever I make any type of physical effort on anything, like I could be opening up a car door, I'm gonna say hi-ya. That is my shit. I don't know what it is, but ever since Lumi was born, hi-ya has been that has been my phrase. Hi-ya for everything. So when I do step out, it's gardens, trees, and mountains. I love that for you, Mrs. Clayton. I'm definitely about to come visit you. Don't be extending no invitation to Alaska for me and expect me not to come through. I'm coming. Mrs. Clayton, you ever seen a polar bear up close? I mean, like in the wild though, like, you know what I mean? Not at the zoo. I'm sure they got polar bears at the zoo all day. Bam! Chicken fried rice is lit. Only thing missing is the pineapple. Come on, son. You don't know nobody who do it like that. Faith asks, Matt, can you share any ways to quickly make money online that you know of? You know, if I knew, I wouldn't be in this situation. Nah. It's never real money. Like there's surveys you could take. I take surveys all day. I just took an hour-long survey yesterday that I'm gonna get paid $100 for. So just look that up. There's so many different services that it's just like, yo, come sign up to take surveys. And sometimes, what's the one that I just did yesterday? Well, Faith, on the next live, remind me of that, and I will. Matter of fact, let me write it down right now. Cause I got a bunch of these already. Like I'm already on it. I stay doing the online surveys, and it's still kind of trash and time wasting, because sometimes it takes you 30 minutes just to see if you qualified for the survey, And then when they figure out if you qualify for the survey or not, then they want to give you an hour's worth of questions and shit like that. And then there's still a slight chance that if you didn't answer their questionnaire correctly or something, they're not gonna pay you. But oh yeah, so let me Faith asks about online surveys. I will get the website out to you, and you can sign up for surveys through that. There's also all like other things you could do, like you can play online games. You could like beta test online games, and they'll pay you something. It ain't gonna be a lot, but they even with that comes with a catch, because when they say play online games, they give you like 8 tasks to accomplish during the game, and it sounds fun. You're like, oh, they gonna pay me to play a video game and give me tasks? It sounds fun, but in order to complete those tasks, you have to do in-game purchases, which kind of defeats the purpose. Like, why do you think I'm gonna trade time? Why do you think I'm gonna trade money for time playing this game if I had money to begin with? Like, you know what I mean? It's stupid shit like that. But surveys is the best thing that I've come across. Another way to make money online, the only thing that I know that I'm interested in that makes me happy and fills my soul is trading. And I haven't really started doing, like, I've been investing. Investing is different than trading. Investing is just like, oh, I like this company, I think it makes money, I'm gonna wait till it goes on a dip, I'm gonna buy some shares or invest, some, whatever. Most of the time it's shares. In my case, I have a lot of cryptocurrency, so it's coins or portions of a coin, and then I'll just hold it until the shit goes stupid high, and then I'll sell some of it, pocket some, and also intend to buy it when it goes cheaper. And that is wealth that I'm building for my girls as they get older. It's really not for me. But trading, if you can teach yourself options or futures trading, like, also DM me if you're interested in that, because I can give you my link to Robinhood and they will pay both of us, or Kraken. If you're into cryptocurrency, which is to me way more lucrative than investing in stocks and bonds, dare I say even trading, because you can invest in cryptocurrency today and it can jump up a stupid amount within a small short time span, and it's just as good as trading. So with that being said, if you're interested in trading cryptocurrencies, DM me on Instagram. My handle is eyenero, eyenero, and I will text you over a link that will make us both money just for you putting money on the platform. Like the link that I have right now for Kraken gives you $75 once you deposit $200 and trade it on their platform. So it's basically a free $75. I mean, you gotta invest $200 in yourself, but they're gonna give you $75 back. So that's another way I like to make money online. If you have the Nextdoor app, which is basically like an app that's just for you and your neighbors, I go on there from time to time, and there's always somebody like, yo, could you come help me do this one little task, like move a mattress or put together this furniture or something like that. That's another way you can make money offline. I mean, it's online, but offline. But that's really all I got for you, Faith. Julian, y'all from Texas, that's what's up. The Lone Star State, I gotta get down there to see my bro. Oh, Olivia Cuzzo, you say your man is from MO. What a story it is. Yeah, we gotta catch up. I'm so proud of you too, by the way. You're just all grown and adult now. Whenever I think of you, I still think of like 16, 17-year-old Olivia, but that was that long ago. And you're a whole ass adult woman now. It's your children. You got your whole family. It's wild. I bet you that's how your mom felt when she saw me grow up. She was like, "You're little. What are you doing in a grown man's body?" Mariana says, I speak Portuguese, my native language. Okay, so you do speak the Portuguese. Portuguese is a wild language, yo. It don't sound like nothing else, really. Maybe it sounds like a little bit of French. But you are a polyglot? You speak 4 languages? Wow. Shout out to you, girl. I want to know your story, too. You trying to learn Arabic and Japanese? Okay, okay. So you in the right place. You in the right place. Oh, the only Arabic I know is marhaba, shukran. Marhaba is hello, shukran is thank you. Salam alaikum is like peace unto you. I forget that there's a response that you're supposed to say that. Malaikum salam, I think. Which is like a response to that. I don't really know what it means. But that's the only Arabic I know. I know a shit ton of Japanese. Just don't ask me to say it off the top of my head. Like, I really got to think about it. Like, one thing I can think about, oh my God. If you want to say oh my God in Japanese, it's sorena. Sorena? Or twin, let's get this bag, twin. If you want to say like, yes, let's go do it together, it's yosha. Yosha. Yachuzoi. Yachuzoi. Ah, fuck that up. I forget it. But here we go. It's never too far. These are my homemade index cards. This is how you say, fuck yeah, twin. Let's do this shit. Fuck yeah, twin. Let's do this shit. Yosha. Yachauze. Yosha. Yosha Yachuze. That's how you say fuck yeah, twin. Let's do this shit. Another one. My favorite saying in the world. I bet. How you say I bet in Japanese is iyo motekiyo. Iyo mitokiyo. Mitokiyo. Iyo mitokiyo is I bet. That's a all of this is Japanese phrases that I'll be practicing on a daily. But big up to you for learning, never giving up on your accumulation of the languages. Let me go give my dad his rice for his shit get cold. Pinky, you said I've been trying to learn Czech Republic. I know that's out there, but I've always loved their accent. I love their accent too, like the people from the Czech Republic. And I was just talking about that the other day. I was talking about how like when you hear a Russian accent, you can't really be like, yo, are you Russian? Because they could be anywhere from in that area. They all kind of sound the same, like the Polish people and all of that. Dad, you eating upstairs? A tip that I got from a chef is whenever you want to serve somebody some food and you want to make it look pleasing, always stack it high. Lyra the Wolf, what's up? Thank you for that. I'll take that compliment all day. You look like a celebrity, Lyra the Wolf says. I do have that celebrity feel. I feel like I was born to be a celebrity. I'm a little, I'm a late on the whole celebrity thing because I made, what did Big Pun say? Big Pun said what did he say? Bad decisions kept me out the game. That's what he said.
57.8 micrograms of fentanyl per liter of blood and 450 micrograms per kilogram of
Oh,
sugar.
shit.
They were so
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Appreciate it.
Here's some mustard.
That number for a normal person
All right.
was far beyond safety.
You're welcome.
For a man who had made the whole world dance to his every beat.
Yeah, shout out to you, Vicky, for sending me those pictures. I saw it. I see it in real life, and I saw the pictures. You know me, I'm a moon watcher. One thing I'm gonna do is always look at the night sky and just stare. There's not many things that I love more than stargazing and sun gazing, which is essentially the same thing because the sun is a star. The steak was garlic butter steak, but bouillon is green plantain flat fried with cheese shaped into a ball. Not healthy at all. See, now you fucked me up with that because I love plantains more than anything. Plantains is like one of my favorite foods. But when you put cheese on it, that sounds kind of sacrilegious to me. I'm not gonna hold you, because plantains is supposed to be sweet, right? Unless the green ones are different. I know there's sweet plantains and there's like the other ones that you boil, which might be the ones that you're talking about, the green ones. But even with those, oh, matter of fact, those do taste good with like some mozzarella cheese. And where I'm from, oh, you from New York too. I'm talking about where I'm from. But in New York, we call it tres golpes. Oh, the piriformis. Just fired up with me. But yeah, that used to be my joint, the tres golpes. I used to eat that shit every day. Back in the day. All you can smoke up here. No, they are way up north where you only have an hour of light. I forgot what we was talking about. What that made you say they're way up north. Oh, you talking about? I was talking about polar bears. That's right. Damn. So you telling me I'm gonna go all the way to Alaska and I gotta go to North Alaska to see a polar bear, a murder bear? It's whack. But I'll still come up there to hang out though. You already know. Fermented cabbage with pineapple, onion, ginger is amazing for inflammation in the body. Fermented cabbage. Have I ever had that? I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to see what's up with that though. Amazon M Turk? I never heard of that either. Gotta look into it. Aubrey got that game though. Yeah, $100 is a. But that's how these online get you. These online apps get you. You know what I mean? They tell you, oh, make these videos for this money or whatever, and it ends up, for $100. If you're gonna spend 5-6 hours on something, I guess that's kind of like what you would get out in the real world if you was just working a job, but it's still a lot, man. The only thing I like about that is like the upside is unlimited. So once you get into it, if you stay consistent and your joint get more popular, you can start to ask for more money or get more money, like residual passive type income. You know what I mean? Residual passive income is always the wave. That's where you want to go. You'll never get rich just trading your time for money. Nettie said, "You need an oven for ramen? Since when?" I guess you don't really need it, but like, you know, the extra ingredients, like I guess you can make the meat on a stove top too, but I feel like with ramen it has so many moving parts. Some stuff gotta be like baking in the oven, and some stuff gotta be on a stove top. Like the noodles, probably granted I'm not gonna be making them from scratch, so I'll probably get some noodles that I could just boil or stir fry or something like that. And then the vegetables could also be stir fried or boiled in a pot in a saucepan. The meat could also be on the stove top. So yeah, I guess I really don't need an oven. You got me, Nettie. You got me. I just be using my lack of not having a whole oven to not like really put a lot of effort into cooking complex meals. Cause I just and then the stovetop that I have is an electric stovetop, so it's like it be cooking all uneven in the pans and stuff like that. It is what it is. Maverick, I don't even know who John Turturro is, but if you ever see an opening for a stunt double for them, sign me up. Wa alaikum assalam. Thank you for putting me on, Keith. I forgot. So in Arabic, when you say assalamu alaikum, the response you're supposed to give is wa alaikum assalam. I love that. It felt good coming out of my throat. Wa alaikum assalam. I love that shit. Nettie, come on. Pineapple sets it off. If you put pineapple in any type of fried rice, it sets it off. Come on. Pineapple. Pineapple on pizza is slamming too. Come on. Brad, what up? Shout out to the whole Indiana, my Gary fam. I got a lot of fam in Gary. Keith said slapbox me. Julian says, "You're a good son. My wife loves that about you." I try to be, man. It's important for me. Julian, all right. Wow. Yeah, your wife can't take her eyes off me. Come on, don't cap. And you must be all right with it. Kimchi, yeah. I mean, if every time I ever got kimchi from the store, it was ready to go. I don't kimchi. You gotta like really, you gotta ferment it yourself. What's up, Ta? Oh, you just reminded me that that's what kimchi is. Kimchi is fermented cabbage. So what she was saying fermented cabbage with pineapple, ginger. Where is it? 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 Pineapple, fermented cabbage, onion, and ginger is amazing for inflammation. Okay, I got it. I got it now. Love you too, TJ. Whoever you are in the world. Analyst, yo, what up? Are you a real street G? Could be. Depends what your perspective is on what's a real street G. I definitely put in that pain back in the day. Name a car for an edit. Name a car for an edit. Name a car. Wow, there's so many cars that come to mind. And I can't think of a single solitary name. Let's just say a Nissan Skyline GTR. That's the only thing I can really think of right now for some reason. But what are you editing actually too? Like people always want me to say some shit, but they never get back to me with what they use and what I said for. Thank you for that, Happy. Appreciate you as always. You will get better. I affirm that. And I'll see you in a couple of days. I gotta end this live too. It's been 2 hours. Come on. What are we gonna do? Be on live all day? Now somebody saying I look like Han from Stray Kids. Come on, fam. First I was I can't even remember his name now. Two different band members from this band Stray Kids. Felix, that was his name. Felix. Somebody said I look like Felix, and now you're saying I look like Han. And I'm not even Korean, fam. And all of those dudes probably look like women. I don't feel like I resemble a woman at all. I might have some feminine eyes. Anna would say, yo, let me troll you and make you laugh. You're already making me laugh, fam. But I gotta get out of here. It's been 2 hours. First, let me give a shout out to Mrs. Colger for definitely showing a whole bunch of consideration on this whole live, holding it down as always. Faith, Nettie, T Money, Paul, Pinky, it was good to see you all. Mariana, thank you for coming through and definitely like holding a conversation, a whole ass conversation with me. I hope to see you again more often. Cousin Olivia, thank you for coming through as always, spending time with me. Velvet Stardust, good to see you. Did I say Faith? Definitely Faith coming through. But Velvet Stardust, it was always nice to see you. Mrs. Clayton, did I say that? Always good to see you, Mrs. Clayton. Electric Lady, haven't seen you in a minute. I'm trying to remember who sent me that dub. Before I go. We be having fun on here, don't we? I'm looking through all these. I'm looking through all of these messages. People really fuck with me. I love it. It definitely is giving like that old AOL chat room vibe. Smart Savvy Love, thank you for coming through as always. Happy Feet. I know she got up out of here, but thank you again. And it was Smart Savvy Love who sent that dub. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Keeping your boy alive, getting me closer to my girls. I don't know what I would be doing if it wasn't for this. Like, I would be somewhere trying to get it a lot harder than what it is to get just by showing up and hitting the record and holding space for the community, man. I love you all more than I could even ever communicate to you. So with that, I'm gonna prop this phone up. We're gonna get this prayer out. Let's get that energy going. All right, I'm setting this one up for all of you. To the one of us who is many, may we all experience sooner than later, right now even, in this present time, in the forever known as the moment of now. May we all experience peace, progress, prosperity, persuasion, health, wealth, joy, happiness, eternity, comfort, especially those of us who are suffering or struggling with some type of illness or injury. Send a big one up to the girl, Happy Feet. Send a big one up for Mrs. Clayton. A big one up for Mrs. Colger. Her son got a show tonight. May he knock it out the park. We already know he's going to do that. He probably don't need no prayers, but just for the extra oomph, hope he knock it out the park and everybody just, he have him faking out there like he MJ on stage, Lord. But yeah, much love to all of us for being in community, showing up for me, uplifting my spirits because y'all know I need it. May their spirits be uplifted in return. And may we all realize that we are but one of many. Ashe, Aho, Amen. All right, y'all. Love you. Peace.